Hello everyone, hope you are also good and doing well. In this class, we are going to discuss the topic of percentage, that is successive increase or successive decrease. So let's begin it without any other discussions. Successive increase. What is successive increase? When a number is increased more than once, then it is said to be successive increase. Let's understand it with an example. A number 100 was there and it increased by 20%. What you will get? 120 as the new number. Again the new number is increased by 20%. 20% of 120 equals to 24. 120 plus 24, 144 is the new number. A total of 44 is increased in the number. We can write it also like this. 100 is the number and it increased by 12%, 20%, that is 12 by 10. Again increased by 20%, that is 12 by 10. Two zeros gets cancelled. 12 12s are 144 is the new number and the effective change is 44, that is 144 minus 100 is equals to, that is the effective change in the number. If you want to know the only effective change in the number, we can do it with the formula, that is effective change is a plus b. Successive formula it is ab by 100. A is first it is increased by 20%, again increased by 20%. A is 20 and b is 20. A into b, 20 20s are 400 divided by 100. Two zeros gets cancelled. 20 plus 20 40. 40 plus 4 is equals to 44 is the effective change. How we got the formula? I'll write here. When a number is increased by a%, how we will write? A number is increased by a%. 100 plus a by 100. Again the number is increased by b%, that is 100 plus b by 100. This is the old number and the upper number is new number. If you multiply it, in the denominator will get 10,000. The upper numerator also will get 10,000 plus 100 plus b, 100 plus 100 into b plus 100 into a. If you take 100 as common, we will get 100 into a plus b plus a into b, ab. This is the an by ao. If you subtract an minus ao, we will get the effective change in the number. That is, if you subtract it from an minus ao, we will get an minus ao is equals to 10,000. 10,000 gets subtracted. We are left with 100 into a plus b plus ab by ab. If you want to know the effective change percentage, then an minus ao upon ao percentage into 100 will write here. 100 into a plus b plus ab by the old number is 10,000 into 100 to find the percentage. Two zeros get cancelled. Here these two zeros I'll write here clearly so that you can't confuse. 100 plus 100 into a plus b divided by 100 plus ab by 100. two zeros gets cancelled. You are left with a plus b plus ab by 100. This is the formula of effective change. Understood? Successive decrease. When a number is decreased more than one time, then it is said to be successive decrease of that number. Let's understand it with an example same as the successive increase. 100 was the number, it decreased by 20%. 100 minus 20, that is 80. Again it decreased by 20%. 20% of 80, that is 16. 80 minus 16, 64. 64 is the number. Total change in the number is 100 minus 64, that is 36. Effective change is 36. Similarly, 100 into decreased by 20%, that is 8 by 10. Again decreased by 20%, that is 8 by 10. 0 zeros gets cancelled. 8 8s are 64. 64 is the new number. And the effective change is 100 minus 64, that is 36. Effective change. And the same formula is also same for successive decrease, that is effective change is equals to a plus b plus ab by 100. Here the value of a is minus 20%, value of b is minus 20%. That implies minus 20 minus 20 is equals to, if you write here, I will write in the brackets, a into b, minus 20 into minus 20, that is you will get the plus value, minus into minus plus, that is 400 divided by 100. Zeros gets cancelled. We get here minus 40 plus 4 is equal to 36%. Okay. I'll write here formula of effective change, that is a plus b plus ab by 100. If there are 3 digits a, b, c, how you will write? I'll write here formula a plus b plus c plus ab plus bc plus ca divided by 100 plus abc divided by 100 into 100, that is 10,000. How we got this? As similar I have shown in the last slide. A number is increased by a%, that is we will write it as 100 plus a divided by 100. Again the number is increased by b%, that is 100 plus b divided by 100. Again the number is increased by c%, that is 100 plus c, which gives the new value and the old value. If you solve it, you will get the formula of 3 digits. Okay, remember it, okay, carefully. Nothing is there to remember. Okay. Effective change. What is effective change? When there is an change in the number due to the increase of the product of the two numbers is known as effective change. That is, if a is increased by some percent and b is increased by b%, then the effective change in the c is denoted as a plus b plus ab by 100. When this effective change is used when there is an multiply or product between the two numbers, then the third number is said to be the effective change of both. Okay, let's understand with an examples. there is an increase of 10% in the number A and B is increased by 10%, then the change in the number is number C is 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10, that is 100 divided by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. We'll get 10 plus 10 plus 1, 20 plus 1 is equals to 21% is the change in the value of C. Okay. And if a number A is increased by 10% and the number B is increased by 20%, then the effective change is 10 plus 20 plus 10 into 20, that is 200 divided by 100. We will get 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 plus 2 is equals to 32% is the effective change in the number C. And if a number is increased by 30% and the other number B is decreased by 10%, 10% decrease is there in the B number, the effective change in the number C is 30 minus 10 plus 30 into minus 10 divided by 100. 30 minus 10, that is 20, plus 30 into 10, that is minus 300 divided by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. What will get? 20 minus 3, that is 17. 17% is the effective change in the number. If a number is increased by 30% and other number is also decreased by 30%, then the change is 30 minus 30 plus 30 into minus 30 divided by 100. 30 minus 30 will get 0 plus minus 900 divided by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. We will get minus 9% as the effective change in the number C. Here the number is percentage increase and percentage decrease is same. The formula, if the percentage increase and decrease is same, then we will get effective percentage change is equals to the number A minus A square divided by 100. The number is A increased, and as the number is same, we are taking the digits also same. A minus A plus A into minus A divided by 100, that is minus A square by 100. That is minus A square. We will take here example minus 30 square divided by 100 minus 900 divided by 100, which gives the effective change of minus 9%. Okay. If there is an increase of 10% in the number A, 10% increase in the number A and 10% decrease in the number B, we'll write here directly, that is minus A square by 100, that is minus of 10 square divided by 100. 0 zeros gets cancelled. We'll get minus 1% as the effective change. Okay. If there is an decrease of 10% in the number A and decrease of 10% in the number B, then the effective change is minus 10 plus minus 10 into minus 10 divided by 100, that is minus 20 plus minus gets positive, it is 100 by 100. You cancel the zeros. Minus 20 plus 1 is equal to minus 19 is the effective change in the number. Okay, if there is a decrease of 20% in the number and decrease of 10% in the number B, then the effective change is minus 20 minus 10 plus minus 20 into minus 10 divided by 100 minus 30 plus minus minus gets cancelled, positive 200 by 100. The effective change is minus 30 plus 2 is equals to 20 minus 28. Okay, what if there are three terms in the number, that is d is equals to a into b into c, and if there is an increase of 10% in the first number and increase of 10% in the second number and increase of 10% in the third number, you can do it with various methods. You can do first these two and you can do the resulting number and the third number. I'll show here. 10 plus 10 plus 100 by 100. What is the effective of it? That is, we will get 21, and we are doing an effective increase of 10% in the new number. That is 21 plus 10 plus 21 into 10, which gives 210 divided by 100. 21 into 10, 210 divided by 100. 31 plus, cancel the zeros and we put the decimal point here before one digit. 31 plus 2.1 is equals to 33.1 is the effective change in the number if there is an increase of 10% in the three digits. Or you can do another method, that is, the number is, let it be n, increased by 10%. Before it was 10, now it is increased by 10%. Increased by 10% again increased by 10%. The resultant number is 11 cube, that is 131,331 divided by 1000. There is an increase of 331 upon 1000 into 100. To know the percentage, 2 zeros gets cancelled, and if you point the decimal before one digit, the answer is 33.1%, which is similar in the last method. Okay, we will use this method, which is very helpful and very easy to do calculations. So let's see the questions asked in the last 2 years. A number is increased by 25% and then decreased by 16%. The final value of the number. We are asked to find the effective change in the number. Okay, what is the formula? A plus B plus AB divided by 100. That is, the number is increased by 25% and decreased by 16%, plus 25 into minus 16 divided by 100. 25 minus 16, that is 9, minus, if you multiply it, 25 into 16 are, that is 400 divided by 100. Cancel the two zeros, we will get 9 minus 4, that is 5% increase in the number. That is option number B. Okay, the length and breadth of the rectangle are made to increase and decrease respectively by 8% and 10%. What is the percentage increase or decrease in its area? What is the area of rectangle? Area equals to length into breadth of the rectangle. Is it in the form of A into B is equals to C? That means effective change is applied here. You need to find the effective change, that is increase of 8% is there in its length and decrease of 10% is there in its breadth, that is minus 10%. If you multiply it here, that is 8 into 10, that is minus 80 divided by 100. You will get minus 2, that is minus 0.8, which gives minus 2.8 decrease in its area. Option number D. Understood? If each side of a cube is decreased by 12%, then the percentage decrease in the surface area of a cube. What is the surface area of cube? That is 6a square. The new side of the cube is decreased by 12%. That means let the new side of the square is a1. Then the surface area of the new cube is 6a1 square. 6 gets cancelled and we are left with a1 square by a square. That means the percentage change in the surface area depends upon the sides of the cube. Okay, a1 square is a1 into a1. That means the effective change formula is applied here. Decrease of 12%, then minus 12 plus square of minus 12 and minus 12. I'll write here minus 12 into minus 12 divided by 100. Minus minus gets positive and we'll get here minus 24 plus 12 square is 144. 144 divided by 100, which gives 1.44. That is minus 24 plus 1.44. We will get minus 22.56. That is option number C. Okay. If the radius of a sphere is decreased by 48%, then by what percent does its surface area decreases? What is the surface area of sphere? That is 4 pi r square. And the new surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r1 square. 4 pi gets cancelled and the area depends upon the radius of the squares, that is r1 into r1. Then the effective change is minus 48 plus minus 48 into minus 48. That is minus 48 square, I can write here, divided by 100. Minus 96 will get here, minus 48 square, that is 2 less in 25. 2 less in 25 and the square of the 2 is 0.4 divided by 100. If you put point before 2 digits, we will get minus 96 plus 23, that is 72.96. We get 72.96%. That is option number B. The radius of the circle is increased by 20%. Find the percentage increase in the circumference of the circle. What is circumference of the circle? Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. The new circumference of the circle is 2 pi r1 with an increase of 20% in the radius. 2 pi gets cancelled. You are left with r1 by r. Circumference of the circle depends upon the radius only. That is, the radius is increased by 20% and the circumference is also increased by 20%. In this case, we cannot apply the successive formula because successive is applied when there is an increase of some percentage in two terms, that is A into B is equals to C. If there is an increase of percentage change in the first term and there is an percentage change in the second term, then the successive is applied. Okay. If the area of the circle is asked, then area of the circle formula is pi r square The new area of the circle is pi r1 square. Pi gets cancelled and the area depends upon the r1 square, which is r1 into r1. There is an increase of 20% in the radius, that is increase of radius is 20% and the increase of radius is 20%. Then we can apply successive. What is the change? 20 plus 20 plus 20 into 20, that is 400 divided by 100. 40 plus 4 is equals to 44% is the effective change in its area. In the case of circumference, it depends upon the radius only, which is one term. If there are two terms, then we can apply the successive. Okay. If the area of a square is decreased by 19%, then the diagonal of a square is decreased by how much percent? Area of the square, that is A equals to S into S. S denotes the side of the square. Diagonal is equals to A root 2. A denotes the side of the square. Area of the square is decreased by 19%, that is decrease of 19% in the area is there. By how much percent is the side is decreased? While practicing, I have said that if there is an increase of 10%, decrease of 10% in one term and decrease of 10% in the second term, the change in effective change is minus 10 plus minus 10 into minus 10, which gives 100 divided by 100. The effective change is minus 20 plus 1 equals to minus 19%. Okay, then this percentage change in the side of the square is minus 10% into minus 10%. Their successive is minus 19%. Diagonal is A root 2 and the new diagonal is A1 root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled. It depends upon the side of the square, that is A1, which is decreased by 10%. Then the decrease in the side diagonal of the square is minus 10%. Option number B. The base of a triangle is increased by 40%. By what percentage should its height be increased so that the area increases by 60%? What is the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is 1 by 2 base into height, and the new area is 1 by 2 into b1 into height h1. 1 by 2 gets cancelled and the area depends upon the b1 into h1. This is the new area. Base of the triangle is increased by 40%. Before it was 100%, now it is increased by 40%, that is 7 by 5. And we need to find the height percentage increase. Let the new height be hn and the old height be ho. And the area is increased by 60%. Before it was 100%, now it is increased by 60%, that means 8 by 5. Which is area new divided by area old. 5 gets cancelled. Height new by height old is 8 by 7. There is an increase of 1 upon 7, which gives 14 2 by 7 or 14.28%. That is option number A. Understood? If the first month in the first month the income of Mohan increases by 30%, in the second month his income decreases by 30%, what will be the percentage increase or decrease in the income after 2 months? What I have said, the two terms, increase and decrease terms, are same, then what is the formula? That is minus a square by 100
What is A? That is 30% minus 30 square. I'll write here 30 square divided by 100, which gives minus 900 divided by 100 is equals to minus 9% decrease in the income. That is option number D. Or you can apply this formula simply: A plus B plus AB by 100, which gives 30 minus 30 0 and depends upon the AB by 100. That is minus 30 into minus 30, which gives 900. Sorry, minus 30 plus 30 into minus 30, which gives minus 900 divided by 100, decrease of 9% in the value. That is option number D. A person's salary was decreased by 50% and subsequently increased by 50% and then again increased by 100%. How much percentage does he lose or gain? There are 3 times successive in his salary. That is decrease of 50% first, increase of 50% again, and increase of 100% again in the salary. This can be done in multiple ways. I'll show you all the methods and show the best method to do. With basic, let the number is 100 and it is decreased by 50%. 50% of 100, that is 50, and the new number is 100 minus 50, 50. And the new number is increased by 50%, that is 50% of 50, that is 25 plus 25. The new number is 75, and the new number is increased by 100%, that is 100% of 75 is 75 plus 75, which gives 150. You need to find the how much percentage does he lose or gain. Increase of 50 upon 100 to know the percentage change into 100, that is 50% he gained. Option number B. And the second method is you can apply the successive formula of 3 terms, or you can do 2 terms first and the resultant number with the third number. That is minus 50 plus 50 plus minus 50 into 50, that is minus 2500 divided by 100, cancelled, that is cancelled, we'll get minus 25%. And the third term is 100%, that is minus 25 plus 100 plus minus 2500 divided by 100, minus 25 plus 100, which gives 75 minus 25, and there is a successive of increase of 50% in the effective in his salary. Or you can do one thing, that is you can apply the successive of 3 terms, that is A plus B plus C, minus 50 plus 50 plus 100 plus minus 50 into 50, that is minus 2500, 50 into 100, that is 5000, that is 100 into minus 50, that is minus 5000, plus divided by 100, product of 3, that is 50 into 50, 2500, 2500 into 100, that is minus 25,000. 4 zeros will get here, 2,50,000 it is, divided by 10,000. 4 zeros gets cancelled here. And what we are left with 5,000, 5,000 gets cancelled, that is minus 50 minus plus 50 minus 50, and we get 100 minus 2500 divided by 100, or you can cancel it here directly, 2 zeros, and you will get minus 25 and minus 25 in the last. 100 minus 50, that is a success of 50% increase in his salary. And the best method is, let the salary of the person is S and it is decreased by 50%, decreased by 50%, it remains 50%, and subsequently increased by 50%, that is increased by 50%. 50% is 1 by 2, increase of 1 upon 2, that is 3 by 2. And again it is salary is increased by 100%. 100% is 1 by 1, and there is an increase of 100%, that is 1 plus 1, 2 by 1. 2 gets cancelled, and the salary is at present S into 3 by 2 of itself, which is 3 by 2 itself gives the 150%, or to know the effective change, that is 3 minus 2, 1 by 2 into 100, which gives the 50% change in his salary. You can do with any method, but this method is very easy to calculate. Okay. If both length and breadth of the cuboid is increased by 50%, then by how much percent its height should be reduced so that its volume remains same? What is volume of the cuboid? That is L into B into H, and the new volume is V new, that is L1 into B1 into H1. That is, if the volume remains the same, we can take the volume old as 1 and volume as new as 1. Then it depends upon the length and the breadth and height of the cuboid. Length is increased by 50%, that is before it was 100%, it is increased by 50%. Breadth is also increased by 50%, that is 3 by 2. We need to find the percentage change in the height so that the volume remains same. That implies H new divided by H old is equals to 4, 9. We need to decrease 5 upon the old height, that is 9 into 100. 1 by 9 is 100 by 9 is 11.11. If you multiply it by 5, that is we will get 55.55%. That is option number B. If a number is increased by 30%, then decreased by 25%, and further increased by 25%, what is the net increase in the number? Correct to the nearest integer. You need to find the approximate value. That is, the number is n. Increase it by 30%, that is 130 by 10, and decrease by 25%, that is 1 by 4. Decrease by 25% is 3 by 4. Increase by 25%, 5 by 4, which gives n into 13 into 15, that is 195. 4 4 16, 160. 160 was the old number, and the number is increased by 35. If we want to know the percentage increase, then 35 is increased upon 160 into 100. 25s are 28s are 35 5s are 175 divided by 8. 8 2s are 16, 8 1s are 8.7 is left, and 8 8s are 64, 21.8 something. We are asked to find the nearest integer, that is 21.8 is approximate of 22%. If a first number is increased by 15% and then reduced by 15%, it results in 782. If the same number is first reduced by 25% and then increased by 25% and again reduced by 20%, what will be the resulting number? Let the number be n. Increased by 15%. 15% is 3 by 20. that is increased by 15%, 23 by 20 into reduced by 15%, that is 17 by 20, which gives 782. If we solve it, we'll get the number n, and the resulting number is first reduced by 25%. If it is reduced by 25%, then it is 75% of itself, and then increased by 25%, that is 5 by 4, and again reduced by 20%, that is 80% of itself. If you solve it, you can get the new number, that is resulting number. 17 5s, is there any calculation? Can do 4 4s cancel, 5 5s. Okay, 17 5s are 17 6s are 17 4s are 17 6s are 23 2s are, if you cancel it here, 2 2s are 4. Okay, 2 10s are 200 into 3. The new number is 200 into 3, that is 600. The option D is correct. You can do one thing, you can find the number first and you can do the other calculation later. When a number is successively decreased by 25%, 40% and 20%, then it becomes 32904. What is that number? A number was there, n, decreased by 25%, that is 75% is left. And decreased by 40%, 60% is left. Decreased by 20%, that is 80% is left, and the resulting number is 32904. We need to find the value of n. Four 4 gets cancelled, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 9 6 are 54, 9 5s are 45, 9 6 are 54 again. N is equals to 3656 into 25. To save the calculation, if you multiply it here by 4 and divide it here by 4, you can get the answer easily. That is 4 9s are 36 and 4 1s are 4 4s are 914, 25 4s are is 100, that is 914 100. That is option number C. Number is first increased by 16% and then increased by 20%. The number so obtained is now decreased by 40%. The net decrease percentage in the original number. We need to find the net decrease. Let the number is n and it is increased by 16%, that is 116 by 100 into increased by 20%, that is 6 by 5 into is now decreased by 40%, that is left is 60%, that is 3 by 5. The number is, you can cancel out here something, 4 25s are 4 2s are 4 9s are n into 29 into 18 divided by 25, 25s are, that is 625. (29 into 18), we need to find n into 29 into 18. 18 9s are 162. 18 2s are 36. 36 plus 16, that is 52. The old number was 625 and the new number is 522. The net decrease percentage is equals to 625 minus 522, that is 103. divided by the old number is 625 into 100. 25 4s are 25 25s are 103 into 4, that is 412 divided by 25. 25 4 4s are 16, that is 25 16s are, and the remainder is 12 divided by 25%. That is option number B. Okay. The price of an item is increased twice successively. The final price is 2,295 and the initial price was 1000. The percentage increased second time was the percentage increment in the first time. First time it is increased by x, and the second time it is increased by double of it, that is 2x, twice of it. By what percent was the price increased second time? You need to find the value of 2x. The percentage increase is 1295 upon 1000 into 100. To find the percentage increase, the percentage increase is 129.5. What is the successive of x plus 2x? That is x plus 2x plus 2x square upon 100. 3x plus 2x square upon 100. We don't know the value of x, so to know the approximate value, you can divide the 3x with 129.5 to get the approximate value. 129 divided by 3, that is x is around 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9. X is around 43. If x is 43 and 2x is around 80, you can check the option, that is 70% is nearest to the 80. That is x is 70 by 2, that is 35. 35 plus 70 plus 35 into 7. 35 into 70 divided by 100. Okay, 105 plus 35 into 70 is 35 7s are 245. 2450 divided by 100. That is, there is an increase of 129.5%. So the option satisfies here, and the option is 2x is equals to 70%. Okay. The price of the book first increases by 18% and then decreases by 18%. What is the net change in the price of the book? If there is an increase of same percentage increase and decrease is same, then the formula is minus a square by 100, that is minus 18 square, right here 18 square divided by 100, minus 324 divided by 100. You get the value of minus 3.24%. That is option number B. When the price of an article was increased by 5% and its sale reduced by 10%, what was net effective on the revenue? What is revenue first? Revenue is price of the commodity a company is selling and the total sale they made, which gives the value of revenue. If the price is increased by 5% and sale is reduced by 10%, if there is an percentage change in two terms, then effective is applied. Therefore, the change in the revenue is effective change A plus B plus AB by 100. Price is increased by 5%, that is A is 5 and sale is reduced by 10%, that is minus 10, and the effective is 5 into minus 10 divided by 100, that is minus 5, 0 zeros gets cancelled, that is minus 5 by 10, that is minus 0.5. You will get the value of minus 5.5 decrease in the revenue. That is option number D. Number of seats in a circus show increased by 30% and the price of the ticket is decreased by 10%. Find the percentage change in the revenue. You can also say here revenue is equals to number of seats, or you can say number of tickets into the price. There is a change in the two terms. Effective change can be applied, that is effective percentage. I don't write here formula, directly write number of seats are increased by 30%, that is increase of 30 is there, and price of the ticket is decreased, that is 30 minus 10 plus 30 into minus 10 divided by 100, that is 20 plus minus 300 divided by 100. Then the effective change is 20 minus 3, that is 17% is the effective change in the revenue. If the price of the movie ticket increased by 12.5 and the sale of the tickets also increased by 8.5, then find percentage change in the income. Same as the concept of revenue, here the term is changed, that is to income. I'll write here income is equals to price of the ticket into sale of the tickets. And the effective of 12.5 is and 8.5 is 12.5 plus 8.5 is increased, and the product of 12.5 plus 8.5 is divided by 100, which gives 12.5 plus 8.5, that is 21 plus 12.5 into 8.5, 125 into 5 is 625, that is you can put the point later. I'll write here 5 divided by 100. 12.5 into 8, that is 1000. 1000 plus 65, that is 1062. 2 points are there before 2 digits. We'll write here point, and to eliminate 100 we put the points before 2 digits, that is 21 plus 1.0625, which gives effective change of 22.0625%. that is option number is D. On reducing the entry fee by 25% in a museum, the number of people coming to the museum increased by 50%. Find the percentage increase or decrease in the collection of the entry. That is collection is equals to entry fee into the number of people coming. Number of people you can write here. Fee is reduced by 25%, that is minus 25, and the people who are coming to the museum increased by 50%, that is their increase of 50%, plus 50 into minus 25 divided by 100. 25 plus 50 into 25, 25 is 125, 1250, that is minus 1250 divided by 100. You can put point before one digit. 25 minus 12.5, which gives 12.5% change in the collection, that is option number 12.5 increase, that is option number D. Aman started off a business with a certain capital amount. In the first year he earned 60% profit and donated the 50% of the total capital, that is initial amount and profit. He followed the same procedure with the remaining capital after the second year and the third year. In the end of the 3 years, he is left with 15,360. What was the initial amount with which the man started the business? You need to find the initial amount. In the first year, he earned 60% of the profit. He earned 60% of it, that is 160% of is with him. 160% is 8 by 5. And he donated 50% of his 50% he donated, and he is left with 50%. He followed the same procedure for the second year and third year. This is first year, and in the second year he followed the same procedure, that is 8 by 5 into 1 by 2. He again earned 60% profit and again donated the 50% in the second year. In the third year he again did the same thing, that is he earned 60% profit and donated 50% of that, and he is left with 15,360. You need to find the value of initial. That's it. 8.5 into 8 by 5 into 8 by 5 into 8 by 5, that is 8 by 5 cube. Initial into 8 by 5 cube, that is 512, or I can write here 8 into 8 into 8 divided by 5 into 5 into 5, or you can write here 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, that is 1 by 8. 8 gets cancelled, and then amount left with him is 15,360. 8 8s are 64, or you can cancel out here only, you don't need to write here total. 8 1s are 8, 73 is left. 8 9s are 72, 8 2s are 16. 8 2s are 16, 8 4s are 32, 240 is left. The initial amount is 240 into 125. 125 into 8 is 1000. Here it is 8 into 30, that is 125 into 8 is 1000. 1000 into 30, which gives 30,000 as the answer, that is initial amount. Option number B. Understood? The price of an article increases 5% by 5% every year. If the difference between its price at the end of the second and the third year is 52.5, then what will be its price at the end of the first year? You need to find the value of first year. Let the price is P and it increased by 5%. 5% denotes 1 by 20. Increase of 5% is 21 by 20. In the first year it is P into 21 by 20. In the second year P2, it is 5% of the last year, that is P1 into 21 by 20, increased by 5%. In the third year again it increased by 5% with the last year, that is P2 into 21 by 20. What we are given? Difference between its price at the end of the second year and the third year. You have given the value of P3 minus P2, that is 52.5. What is P3? P2 into 21 by 20, that is P2 is given, P2 is P1 into 21 by 20. We need to find the value of P1. We can convert P2 into P1. that is P2 is P1 of 21 by 20. I can write here P1 of 21 by 20 in the place of P2, that is P1 into 21 by 20 and 21 by 20 of it here directly, minus P1 into 21 by 20, which gives the difference of 52.5. If I take P1 into 21 by 20 as common, we are left with 21 by 20 and minus 1, which is 52.5. If you solve it, 21 minus 20, we will get 1. P1 into 21 by 20 into 1 by 20, which is 52.5. If you cancel it, you will get the value of P1. 21 2s are 42 and 21 5s are 105. P1 equals to 2.5 into 400. 25 fours are, that is 100 is the answer. We did something wrong here. 2.5 into, that is 25 into 40, that is 1000 we will get here. Option number A is the answer. A mask manufacturing company manufactured X number of masks in 2018. It increased its manufacturing capacity by 30% in 2019 and further increased its manufacturing by 50% in 2020. In 2021, due to machinery breakdown, its manufacturing declined by 40%. What is the value of the X? We need to find the value of the initial number of masks manufactured by the company. That is X into it increased its manufacturing by 30% in 2019. Before it was 100, now it is 130%. And 2019 increased by 2020 increased by 15%. 15% is 3 by 20. Increased by 15% is 23 by 20. 2021 declined by 40%. That is left with 60%. That is 3 by 5. And the manufactured in the masks in 2021 are 179,400. If you cancel it, we will get the value of X, that is 13 ones are, 13 threes are, and 13 eights are. You can directly cancel here. 28 23 6 are, okay, 23 6 are, 3 2s are, we got 200 here. X is equals to 200 into 25s are 100, 100 into 10, that is 1000. The value of marks it was manufacturing in 2019 is 2 lakhs. That is option number C. Suresh studies the pattern of daily sale of the shop. He finds that on Monday the sale was decreased by 10% in comparison to the sale on Sunday. On Tuesday the sale was increased by 10% in comparison to the sale of Monday. If the sale on Tuesday was 1485, how much was the sale on Sunday? Here we also need to find the value of initial value, that is Sunday. The sale was decreased by 10% on Monday. Before it was 100, now it is 90%. On Tuesday the sale increased by 10%, of Monday, which gives the value of 1485. 11 ones are, 3s are, 5s are, 9 ones are, 9 5s are. That is the sale on Sunday was 15 into 100, that is 1500. Option number B.
Sonam is a cab driver who plies within a city. The number of kilometers that she drives on Tuesday was 12.5% less than the number of kilometers that she drives on the day before, that is Monday. On the other hand, the number of kilometers that she drives Wednesday was 20% more than the number of kilometers that she drives on Tuesday. Wednesday was 20% more than Tuesday. If Sonam drives 336 kilometers on Wednesday, how many kilometers did she drive on Monday? We need to find the value of initial value, that is Monday. On Tuesday, it was 12.5 less than Monday, that is 12.5% is in the fraction form 1 by 8. On Tuesday, it was 1 less than 8, that is 7 by 8, and it was 20% more than Tuesday, that is 20% is 6 by 5, and on Wednesday it was 336 kilometers. We need to find the value of Monday. If you cancel it, 6 5s are 6 6 are 7 8s are, that is Monday he traveled 8 into 40, that is 320 kilometers. Option number C. Price of 1 gram gold coin decreased by 10% on its initial price on Monday and increased by 20% on Tuesday and again increased by 8% on Wednesday and 5% increase on Thursday. If the final price on Thursday is 5511.24, then the initial price of 1 gram gold coin on Monday was, we need to find the initial value. It decreased by 10% on Monday, that means it is 90% now. Increased by 20%, that is 6 by 5, or you can write 12 by 10 to save the calculation. 12 by 10 into, and again increased by 8%, that is 108 divided by 100, or you can write it as 27, and again increased by 5%, that is 21 by 20, and the price on the last day, that is Thursday, is 551124. I'll write 100 in the denominator to remove the decimal points. 100 gets cancelled in the denominator. Okay, now we'll do 9 6 are 54, 9 1s are 9, and 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27, and again 9 6 are 54. If you cancel it by 12, 12 5s are 60, 12 1s are 12, 0 will put 12 3s are 36. If you cancel it by 21, again 21 2s are 42, 21 4s are 84, and again 21 3s are 63. Okay, 9 3s are 27, 9 2s are 18, 9 7s are 63, that is 3 9s are, okay. What we are left with 9 here. You need to write this carefully. Initial value is equals to 9 into, and we are left with 25 and 20 in the denominator, that is 25 into 20. 25 into 2, 20, that is 500. 9 into 500. The value is 9 into 5, that is 4500 is the initial value of the 1 gram gold coin. That is option number A. Nothing is there in this question, but you need to do the calculation very carefully. Okay, next. So here we complete our lecture.
based on successive increase or decrease, and we have seen the PYQs asked by SSC in the last 5 years. I have included the all types of questions of successive. I think you understood the class properly, and if you have any doubt, comment it in the comment section. I'll clarify it in the next class. This is a quote for all those who have the habit of procrastination, thinking of doing anything on the next day. If you think there is no tomorrow, then you can do it, the thing whatever you want to do today only. Okay, let's end the class. Thanks for watching. If you like the lecture, subscribe Quant Crunchers and stay tuned for other updates, and don't forget to hit the like button